c4, g6, d4. World champion Botvinnik is playing white, and young American champion 19 years old Bobby Fischer is playing black. The opening is Grunfeld defense, knight f6, Bobby Fischer plays, knight c3, d5. This is a surprise to Botvinnik, who expected King's Indian defense by Bobby Fischer. Bobby Fischer preparing well for the match. He gave a very good surprise to Botvinnik. Now Botvinnik don't have any preparations for this match, but Botvinnik continued. Knight f3. The sharpest try is c into d5, knight into d5, e4, bishop g7, queen b3. This is the main line, but Fischer doesn't believe in this early development of queen, and he felt that it will give nothing to white. D into c4, queen into c4, Fischer castles e4, bishop g4, bishop e3. On knight e5, let us go back and see. Instead of e3, knight e5, bishop e6, bishop e3. Instead of bishop e3, knight e5, let us go back and see that. Knight e5, bishop e6, d5, bishop c8, followed by e6, equalizes easily. Let us go back. The last move played is bishop e3, knight f d7. This is called Myslow variation. Bishop e2. Bishop e2 is a very good move. Knight c6, rook d1, knight b6. Instead of that, bishop into f3. Instead of that, followed by e5, also gives black a active play. Let us go back. Last move played is knight b6, queen c5, queen d6. Queen d6 is an excellent move by Bobby Fischer. h3, knight b6, knight b6, queen c5, knight d6. Knight d6 an excellent move by Bobby Fischer. h3, queen into d6 is answered by, let us go back and see. Instead of h3, queen into d6 is answered by c into d6, improving black's pawn structure and neutralizing white's center. Let us go back, but the last move played is h3, bishop into f3. Fischer is a player who never goes back. G into f3. G into f3 against white's king position, but paves way for the rook to attack the king. Rook f d8. Wrong is, let us go back and see. Instead of rook f d8, if black plays queen into c5, d into c5, bishop into c3 check, d into c3, knight a4, king d2. King d2 is an excellent move. Furman, another grandmaster watching this game, said instead of queen into c5, e6 is better. But Fischer and Botvinnik felt that it gives nothing to black. So let us go back. The last move played is knight f d8, d5. Opening black's king bishop cannot be right, but white is still striving for an advantage. And instead of d5, let's go back and see that also. Instead of d5, e5, queen into c5, d into c5, into d1 check, king into d1, knight d7, f4, g5. g5 is a good move. F into g5, bishop into e5 is equal. Or instead of d5, let us go back. Instead of d5, another variation is queen into d6. Another variation is queen into d6. Queen into d6. Instead of queen into d6, see another combination in this. Instead of queen into d6 here, knight b5, queen into c5, d into c5, knight a4. Knight a4 is a very good move. Or after queen into d6, here, after queen into d6, c into d6, c into d6 is also 100% equal. Both these analyses are from Bobby Fischer. So let us go back. The last move played is d5, knight e5, b5, queen f6. Queen f6 is an excellent move. f4, knight e d7, e5. On queen into c7, let us go back and see. Instead of e5, queen into c7, queen into c7 is not a good move. Let us see why. Queen into b2. White cannot castle and queen b4 check. Queen b4 check is threatened. After a deep thought, Fischer played an excellent move, that is queen into f4, bishop into f4. Instead of bishop into f4, last tactically justified after queen into b6, queen e4, knight into c5, knight into e7, rook a c8, d6, e into d6, e into d6. Not rook into d6. Let us go back and see. Not rook into d6. Knight is c d7. So let us go back. Last move played is e into d6. Bishop into b2. Botvinnik castles. Knight b d7. This is a bad mistake. Rook d5. Archives recommends knight d5. Let us go back and see. Knight d5. But after king g7, the burden of proof rests with white. He is a pawn down. So let us go back. The last move played is rook d5. b6. Bishop f3. Bishop f3 is a mistake. In this game, both Bobby Fischer and Botvinnik are doing a lot, did a lot of mistakes. Knight e6. Knight e6 is an excellent move by Bobby Fischer. Botvinnik played knight into e6 and it is a bad move. Correct move is, instead of that, correct move is bishop e3. But that was not played. What is the last move played is knight into e6, f into e6, rook d3. On rook d1, let's go back and see. On rook d1 or rook d2, that also we'll see. Or rook d2 attacking the bishop, rook c1, rook d4, e5, or let us go back. After rook d1, if rook d1, rook f8, rook f8 is a very good move. Bishop g4, rook into f4, bishop into e6, check, rook f7, rook f7, and black wins because of number of pieces on the board. Let us go back. Last move played is rook d3. The last move played by Botvinnik is rook d3, and Fischer played knight c5, rook e3. Bad is rook d2. Let us go back and see that. Bad is rook b2. Bad is rook d2, rook f8, d7, rook c d8. So let us go back. The last move played is rook e3, e5. Fischer played e5. Just leads here, dead last ending. Fischer expected rook into e5. This is simplest, but if bishop d4, let us go back and see. Instead of that, bishop d4, rook a3, e5, bishop g5, rook into d6, bishop e7, rook d7, bishop g4, and black lost the exchange. Let us go back. The last move played is e5, bishop into e5. Just leads to a dead last ending. Fischer expected a rook into e5, though it is useless. Try to keep a slight imbalance. But the last move played is bishop into e5, bishop into e5, rook into e5, rook into d6, rook e7, rook d7. Instead of that, let us go back and see. Instead of rook d7, rook into d7, on rook fe1, on rook fe1. Instead of rook into d7, if white plays, let us see that. Instead of rook into d7, if Botvinnik plays rook fe1, rook c7. It is a very good move. That flushes white of the 7th rank. But what is played by Botvinnik is rook into d7, knight into d7, bishop g4, winning the knight, rook c7, rook e1, king f7. King f7 indicates the start of the endgame. King g2. Instead of king g2, let us go back and see that. Instead of king g2, bishop e6 check is good because the poorly placed bishop is now in a active square defending the a pawn. At last move played by Botvinnik is king g2, knight c5, rook e3, controlling more knights squares, rook e7, rook f3 check. After rook f3 check, king g7, rook c3, rook e4, bishop d1, rook d4, bishop c2, king f6, king f3, king f3, king g5, king g3, king g3 keeping the distance, knight e4 check, bishop into e4, rook into e4. rook a3, rook e7, rook f3, rook c7, a4, rook c5, rook f7, rook c5, rook c5, rook f7, rook f7, rook a5, rook into h7. That is an excellent move played by Botvinnik. Rook into a4, h4 check. h4 check is also a very good move. Botvinnik started playing excellent moves. Fischer was analyzing only f4 check, but Botvinnik's line is the best, and also maintain a slight trap. King f5, rook f7 check, king e5, rook g7. The weakness of the g pawn and the a pawn gives white sufficient counterplay. Rook a1. Now white cannot play rook into pawn because of the check at g1. King f3. King moved away. b5 is a mistake. h5. h5 is an excellent move. We will see why. Rook a3 check. King g2. g into h5. Rook g5 check. King d6. Rook into b5. h4. f4. King c6. Rook b8. Rook b8 is a very good move. h3 check. King h2. a5. King c7. Rook b5. King d6. f6. King e6. Rook b6 check. King f7. Blocking the pawn. Rook a6. King g6. Rook c6. a4. Rook a6. King f7. Rook c6. Rook d3. Rook a6. a3. King g1. After this, the game ended in a draw. Too many mistakes in the game. Botvinnik says a lot of mistakes. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your time. Please subscribe so that you can see many more beautiful games of these world champions. Thanks for watching once again.